These are the final resting places of some of the most famous American actors in Hollywood history. From legendary stars of classic cinema to modern movie icons, these performers created characters that millions of people still remember today. Some were buried in famous Hollywood cemeteries, while others were laid to rest close to the places they once called home. Paul Walker died on November 30th, 2013, at the age of 40 after suffering severe traumatic and thermal injuries in a high-speed car crash in Santa Clarita, California. Walker was riding as a passenger in a Porsche Carrera GT when the vehicle crashed into a concrete lamppost and trees before catching fire. His ashes were later interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills, California. Walker became a worldwide superstar through the Fast and Furious franchise, where his portrayal of Brian O'Connor made him one of the most recognizable action stars of his generation. His unexpected death shocked millions of fans, and his final resting place continues attracting people who remember his career and his charitable work. Marilyn Monroe died on August 4, 1962, at the age of 36, after suffering acute barbiturate poisoning from a lethal combination of sedative medications. Her death was officially classified as a probable suicide. She was buried at Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California, where she was later entombed in the Corridor of Memories. Monroe became one of the biggest stars of the 1950s through films including Some Like It Hot, The 7-Year Itch, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and How to Marry a Millionaire. Her image, voice, and screen presence transformed her into one of the most recognizable actresses in American history. Her crypt remains one of the most famous celebrity resting places in Los Angeles. James Dean died on September 30th, 1955, at the age of 24, after suffering fatal injuries in a car crash near Cholame, California. Dean was driving his Porsche 550 Spider when another vehicle turned across his path, causing a devastating collision. He was buried at Park Cemetery in Fairmount, Indiana, where his grave remains one of the town's most visited landmarks. Despite completing only 3 major films, Dean became an enduring symbol of youthful rebellion through East of Eden, Rebel Without a Cause, and Giant. Fans from around the world continue traveling to Fairmount to see the grave of the young actor, whose career ended just as it was beginning. John Wayne died on June 11, 1979, at the age of 72 after battling stomach cancer. Wayne had already survived serious health problems earlier in life, including lung cancer, but continued working during the final years of his career. He was buried at Pacific View Memorial Park in Corona del Mar, Newport Beach, California. Known around the world as the Duke, Wayne became the defining star of the American Western through films including True Grit, The Searchers, Stagecoach, and The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. His distinctive voice, imposing presence, and unmistakable screen persona made him one of the biggest stars in American cinema. Bruce Lee died on July 20, 1973, at the age of 32, after suffering cerebral edema, a dangerous swelling of the brain. Lee had complained of a severe headache before losing consciousness and was rushed to a hospital in Hong Kong, where doctors were unable to save him. He was buried at Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle, Washington. Lee became an international superstar through films such as The Big Boss, Way of the Dragon, and Enter the Dragon. His extraordinary martial arts ability, philosophy, and screen presence changed the way martial arts were represented in international cinema. His grave in Seattle, located beside that of his son Brandon Lee, remains a major destination for martial arts students and movie fans. John Belushi died on March 5, 1982, at the age of 33, after acute intoxication involving cocaine and heroin. He was found dead at the Chateau Marmont in Los Angeles after spending the previous night socializing with friends and acquaintances. He was buried at Abels Hill Cemetery on Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. Belushi became one of America's greatest comedy stars through Saturday Night Live, Animal House, and The Blues Brothers. His wild energy, physical comedy, and unforgettable characters helped change American comedy, and his performances continue attracting new generations of fans. Burt Reynolds died on September 6, 2018, at the age of 82 after suffering a heart attack. He was buried at Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles, California. Reynolds became one of America's biggest movie stars through Deliverance, Smokey and the Bandit, The Longest Yard, Hooper, and many other successful films. His charm, confidence, humor, and willingness to perform dangerous stunts made him one of the defining leading men of the 1970s and 1980s. Later, his acclaimed performance in Boogie Nights earned him an Academy Award nomination and demonstrated that his talents extended far beyond his earlier action and comedy roles. Chadwick Boseman died on August 28, 2020, at the age of 43, after complications from colon cancer that had progressed to multiple organs. Boseman had been diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, but kept his illness private while continuing to work on major productions. He was buried at Welfare Baptist Church Cemetery near Anderson, South Carolina. His portrayal of King T'Challa in Black Panther transformed him into a global superstar and cultural icon. He also earned acclaim for performances in 42, Marshall, Get On Up, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. His death shocked audiences because so few people knew how seriously ill he had become. Philip Seymour Hoffman died on February 2, 2014, at the age of 46, after acute mixed drug intoxication involving heroin, cocaine, benzodiazepines, and amphetamines. He was found unconscious in his Manhattan apartment and was later pronounced dead. Hoffman was buried at Gate of Heaven Cemetery in Valhalla, New York. Widely regarded as one of his generation's greatest actors, Hoffman won the Academy Award for Best Actor for Capote and delivered acclaimed performances in The Master, Doubt, Magnolia, Boogie Nights, and The Big Lebowski. His ability to disappear completely into complicated characters made him one of the most respected performers of modern American cinema. Gregory Peck died on June 12, 2003, at the age of 87, after dying peacefully in his sleep from bronchopneumonia at his Los Angeles home. He was entombed at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels in downtown Los Angeles. Peck became one of Hollywood's greatest leading men through Roman Holiday, The Guns of Navarone, The Boys from Brazil, and To Kill a Mockingbird. His portrayal of Atticus Finch became one of the most celebrated performances in American film history and earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor. His dignified screen presence and humanitarian work made him admired both inside and outside Hollywood. James Stewart died on July 2, 1997, at the age of 89 after suffering a pulmonary embolism that developed from a blood clot and ultimately caused a fatal heart attack. He was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Stewart became one of America's most beloved actors through It's a Wonderful Life, Rear Window, Vertigo, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and The Philadelphia Story. His distinctive voice and ability to portray ordinary Americans made him one of the most recognizable stars of Hollywood's golden age. Stewart was also a decorated World War II bomber pilot and later served as a brigadier general in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. Humphrey Bogart died on January 14, 1957, at the age of 57 after battling esophageal cancer. Years of heavy smoking contributed to the serious health problems that eventually claimed his life. He was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Bogart became one of classic Hollywood's defining stars through Casablanca, The Maltese Falcon, The Big Sleep, To Have and Have Not, and Key Largo. His portrayal of Rick Blaine in Casablanca became one of the most iconic performances in movie history, while his tough but sophisticated screen persona influenced generations of actors who followed him. Clark Gable died on November 16, 1960, at the age of 59, after suffering a heart attack caused by coronary thrombosis. He had already experienced serious health problems before completing his final film, The Misfits. Gable was buried at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California, beside his wife, Carole Lombard. Known as the King of Hollywood, Gable became immortal through performances in Gone with the Wind, It Happened One Night, Mutiny on the Bounty, and Red Dust. His combination of confidence, charm, and commanding screen presence made him one of the defining male stars of Hollywood's golden age. These actors came from different generations and different eras of Hollywood, but their performances became part of American culture. Their films are still watched, their characters are still remembered, and their work continues reaching audiences who were not even born when many of these stars were alive.